I'm currently in the middle of a reading slump and I have about 4 books on the go at the moment. I was meant to put up like a review, or I was planning to today. So instead we're going to do the Intimidating TBR Tag. What better to do when you're in a reading slump than to look at all the big books you have to read? The first question is talk about a book that you have been unable to finish, and I have All the Lights We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. I started reading like 9 months ago or something like that, and I just cannot get past. I'm on page 32, but I don't even really think any of that went through because it's quite a slow, it's a slow historical fiction, and I need to be in the mood to read these. The next question is what book have you yet to read because you haven't had the time? I am picking Leviathan Wakes by James S.A. Corey, and that is because there's 7 books that we own and they are chunky. And
ain't nobody got time for that.
The next book is book you haven't read because it's a sequel, and I have The Novice by Trudy Canavan. I read The Magician's Guild about 3 years ago, and to read this one and the third one I'm gonna have to go back and read this one, and I can't be asked. The next one is what book have you yet to read because it is brand new, and I have The Boy on the Bridge by M.R. Carey, and I am just putting this off because I loved Girl with All the Gifts so much that I don't want to read this just in case it is disappointing. The next question is book you haven't read yet because you read another book by the author and it wasn't that great, and I'm picking The Novice again for this one because Magician's Guild was good, but it wasn't great. It wasn't great. And if I have to go back and read that again, I don't know how I feel. The next question is a book you haven't read because you haven't been in the mood, and because I said it earlier, I have to say All the Light We Cannot See because I have to be in the mood. I feel like this is like a big winter read or something. I need time. Love and tenderness. The next question is a book you haven't read because it is humongous, and I'm saying The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. Got this for $1.99 in a charity shop and it's pretty much new.
That's a bargain.
I have bigger books at like 600, 700 pages, 1,000, but the text on this is so tiny and it's meant to be really slow, but I really want to read it because I love my fantasy. It's my favourite genre, so I need it in my life. Also on that question I would include like all the Outlander books because they're huge. The next question is a book you haven't read yet because it was a cover buy and the reviews aren't that great, and I have The Little Old Lady Who Broke All the Rules by Katharina Engelman Sundberg, and we thought this was by Jonas Jonasson because it was the same type of cover. We thought it was going to be the same thing, and then picked it up and was like, oh, actually it's not. It's meant to be meh. So I don't have time to read meh books at the moment.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And the last question in this tag is what is the most intimidating book you have on your TBR? I am saying The Lord of the Rings because it is all one book, technically it's all one journey, and damn is it big. Like, I love the films and I now have the books, I now have no excuses, but that's a lot of tree.
Tree? I am no tree.
So that was the Intimidating TBR Tag. Hopefully this has now encouraged me to read. It's gonna do the opposite. If you've read any of these books or have any books you're scared to read, please tell me down in the comments down below. That was weird. Have a good day and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.